Hello world and parts beyond. Rave Talon here with Rave Talon Plays, bringing you something that I am super excited to bring you. That is the Cardfight Online Beta. Now I am in Wave 3. I was a little disappointed in that, but I understand because, you know, you got to get those bigger names out there first. But I'm just super happy to be in this beta right now. And saying that it's a beta, it definitely is beta. There are bugs, and this is not the final form. This is not even its final form. No, but it's not the final form of Cardfight Online. But even if it were, even if they worked to remove the minor bugs that are in it and just kept it pretty much the same way, I, for one, would be super happy. There's only a very few things that I've seen that I thought that they needed to tweak. Now, I have been playing this for a little while, and unlike the first and second waves, they actually made it harder for you to get cards in this one. More like what it would be in real life, you know, after the beta is all done and the game has actually been released, because you can play absolutely for free, but they want you to work for it. And I, for one, like this model. It makes you it makes you feel like you've accomplished something when you work for those cards and stuff. But later on, you will be able to buy cards with real money. But for right now, they don't have that. So what you're seeing in front of you, though, is your home page. This is the home page, and it'll have, I'm assuming it'll have your avatar here, where Chronojet is, because I haven't purchased an avatar yet because I just started this morning, and cards are more important to me. I like this little card of the day thing. It has a what is this right here? Meteor Kaiser Victoplasma. Why Victo? I don't know. But anyway, it's probably one of those weird name changes to English. But yeah, so card of the day is kind of cool. Shows off something from what they have available for cards and stuff. The closed beta bug/issue feedback forum. This is a fantastic thing to just have, so you can click on it in the beta and move right to their forum and send and report things into them. I'm assuming that later on, when the game actually releases, that this will be replaced with some sort of news stream type of thing. And I'm looking forward to see what that is. I will be reporting some of the bugs and issues that I have had, and it hasn't been many. They've done a really good job. Wave 3 has really cleared up a lot of the problems. They were having a problem with SP rares crashing the game, and I don't think that's happened yet this time around. So, yeah. Not much more to say about the homepage, but you have the big card fight button, the deck build button. You know, obviously this is to play the game, and this is to build decks. I did a big no-no at the beginning, and I spent my 1,000 bonus gold for winning a game on packs. I should have gone in to the shop and bought a booster. A trial deck to kind of continue. I've been working with Royal Paladins at the time, so at this time. So I'm going to just bring you through these different tabs. I'll go to card fight and deck building later on, even though they'll pop up as tabs at the bottom. But anyway, so heading into shop. So click on shop. Nice little transition there. It tells me how many coins I have over on the right-hand side, and it also tells me how many coins I have on the top here. And this CP that you're seeing is, I think, card points or crafting points, and it's used for crafting cards, and I'll get more into that when we actually get to the crafting. And right now, the only thing that they have available are all of the trial decks, GBT01 Generation Stride here, and promo cards. They have certain promo cards available that you can craft. So yeah, you actually get every single trial deck from GTD 01 all the way to 05, which is great because that means you have five clans and 5, you know, really decent decks to start with, you know, start out. You can also buy card sleeves. I have yet to do that, but, you know, probably this Alt Mile sleeve. These will probably be first. But yeah, you can buy sleeves, and right now they have sleeves for every one of the trial decks, it seems, except for Link Joker. They don't have the Messiah, and I'm wondering why. They have Victor instead, and I love Victor, so that's fine. There are 2 different playmats that you can buy right now. I'm assuming that they're going to build, more and more, and there's probably going to be special ones for tournaments later on. So yeah, they have playmats. They only have 2 available, and this is where you can choose you can buy new avatars. Everybody starts with Chronojet. And I really want to buy Altmile and have the Altmile sleeves because I love Royal Paladins. So yeah, you can buy, they're only 300 gold, which isn't bad. It's actually the exact same price as a booster pack. If I click on buy on this, it shows me that I can buy 1 pack for 300 gold. I only have 250 right now, so can't really do that yet. It has a really cool animation, so hopefully I'll be able to show you guys later on, what it looks like when you open up the pack. So I can also click on it and see every single card that is in the pack, which is fantastic. So there's no guessing. There's no like, oh, is this card in there? You can just open it up and look for it. It also has highlighted every single clan that's in there. So if you have a specific clan that you're playing, but not really looking for specific cards, you can just look at what's in there. And if you want to go ahead, just buy it, just go ahead and buy it. I'm assuming that they're going to be adding more things later on. Ooh, protect orb. Anyway, so yeah, so if you go into there, it shows you everything that's in it. And I can, I believe, do the same thing. Yes, with the trial decks, I can click on it and see every card that's in it. And obviously, it tells you what clan it is, but you should probably be able to figure that out, unless the name doesn't really give it away. And there's there's all these tabs up here. All is everything. Campaign, I haven't seen anything in here, so I have no idea what this is. Maybe it's actual campaigns and what this kind of like Hearthstone does. So what I'm looking forward to is some single player experiences that allow you to unlock some promos and things like that. I think that would be kind of a cool thing to incorporate. For right now, there's no AI and it's all player versus player, but in the beta, you've been able to get, matchups really well. The matchmaking system has been pretty fast. New is everything new, and right now, everything is new because, it's just in beta. Packs, your packs, pre-built decks, all of your trial decks, and maybe they'll have some other kind of pre-built deck later on. Maybe they'll have, in Japan, they do the budget trial decks, which are like really cheap trial decks that have not so optimal cards in it, but it's still a way to get into the game and start. And maybe they'll do something like that in pre-built decks for the online version. And other is all your other things like your playmats, your sleeves, your avatars. They do call them avatars. Yeah, they call them avatars. I didn't actually look at that. So yeah, that's all the things in the shop tab. And I said I'd go to Cardfight and deck building later. The crafting tab is the other way to get cards. And if any of you have ever played Hearthstone, and I believe like Hex does something similar, you can deconstruct cards. I think it's called deconstruct. Let me click. Disenchant. Oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, you can disenchant cards. I can't do it to my Altmile because he's in my main deck, so I can't disenchant him. That's kind of a cool system where you can't get rid of cards that you play in your deck, so you never accidentally get rid of something that you want. And here, let me see if I have an example of a card that I want to disenchant. There are lots and lots and lots of cards in this game. Yeah, let's go. Let's disenchant Mechanized Gear Tiger. So I can click right here on this disenchant button, and it says continue disenchant. So I can either disenchant or cancel. And I'm gonna click disenchant, and it does this really cool animation, turns it into little cubes and blasts them over here to the CP section. So now I just disenchanted that and went from 15 to 20. And so as far as costs go, if we go, they're all based on rarity. So if we go on trial deck or common cards, I believe that they are the same. So here's a trial deck card, and it costs 40 points to craft, which isn't that bad at all. And all of them are 5 to disenchant. And let's look at a card that's not from a trial deck. Yep, and it's 40 and 5, just the same. And it doesn't matter if it's a card from the trial deck that is, a higher rarity. in the trial deck, it's still only 40, which is a great feature that they have going. And if it's a rare, and remember, these are also subject to change. These might not be the same all the time. But rares cost 100 to craft and give you 20 to disenchant. Oh, if you haven't noticed, there's a search feature at the top here. I haven't been really talking about that, but it works very intuitively. If you've ever played any card video game, really, especially like if you've played, very few people in America have, but if you've played one of the Cardfight Vanguard games on the DS, then you know it's kind of similar to that, except for far more intuitive. Even it's the drop down lists are great. But yes, the double R's are going to be 400 to make and 100 to disenchant, which are great because you can trade in a double R that you don't want for a single R that you need for a deck, which is good. And it seems like they kind of follow a similar pattern that way. Oops, didn't mean to click on that. Meant to deselect that and click on triple R's. And now triple R's cost 6,000 to create. And you get 1,500 back from them when you disenchant them, which is great. I wish I had some triple R's to show you guys, but right now I haven't really built up that much of a collection. And also after the 21st, I believe it is, this wave is going to be done, and I don't know if they're going to do another one or if it's going to turn into like an open beta. I have to read more up on that. But these are going to be harder to get and harder to harder to make in general. But yeah, there's some of these cards that I really, especially this guy right here. I want to play Oracle Think Tank. It's probably my second favorite clan. Then you get into the ridiculousness with generation rares, which cost 30,000 to create. But if you can disenchant one, it's 5,000, which is pretty great. And right now there's only one generation rare. And then you go into the SP versions of all your cards, and they just get a special shine, a special foil to them. If you're one of those rare hunters and you really want the SPs, go, by all means, go ahead, collect them. But I know as soon as I get an SP, I'm going to be disenchanting it to get that 5,000 CP. But yeah, they're pretty great. And it doesn't seem that steep. It seems really reasonable for what the cards are. And it is unfortunately going to be one of those things that if you do pay money in later on, you are going to have a easier time. But, you just pay a little bit of money, get some of the cards first off, and deconstruct them to make the things you want. That's a good system. It's a great system. So even if you get more than 4 copies, I don't know if it automatically disenchants them. It might, or you might go in and have to do it manually. But either way, it's still fantastic. It's a great system. Going into profile, this is where you can set your. This is where you can click and set your playmat or your card sleeve. I don't have one yet. And these are tournament rankings: gold, silver, and bronze. There haven't been any tournaments yet because it's in the beta, but these will probably mean something later on. They'll be probably trophies for, bragging rights, essentially. And this is your clan fight rank, which is a ranked play. It's very similar to Hearthstone as well. I've been making a lot of connections between them, but I used to play Hearthstone, and now this follows a similar pattern, but it's Cardfight Vanguard, which to me makes it even better. So one win will upgrade you a rank usually until you start getting into the upper ranks. Then it might take a couple of wins to be able to do. And then if you see your fight results down here, free fight wins 7. Free fight for extreme fight. I don't have any because I haven't made an extreme fight deck, but that might be something fun to try. Just because they offer it, and that's great. They have extreme fights, so you can make a hodgepodge of clans all mixed together. Tournament wins 0 because, like I said, there haven't been any tournament wins, and ranked wins 3. So I've gotten up to 23 with my ranked wins. But yeah, player name, you can set your player name. Self intro. I haven't done anything in here yet, but that's kind of a cool thing. Your avatar, your sleeves, your playmat, you can click all the buttons down here to get to them as well. Or you can just, click on them here. And the avatar, you can't actually select the avatar from there, so you have to select an avatar by clicking on the button. So yeah, that's the profile. The other thing that you see that's kind of blanked out is community, and that's probably going to be like a forum thing, and it's probably going to have like groups in it. I haven't heard a lot about what they're planning on doing with the community tab, but I'm expecting big things because this is pretty great. And then the options button. And the options button works like, oh, whoa, a little bit of glitchiness going on there. Oh, maybe it's not glitchiness. It's just every time I hover over. Okay, no. Okay, it's not a glitch. It's just an odd transition. I kind of feel like that should probably be fixed or changed. I feel like the hovering over the text and having them blink is plenty enough. Or if the transition faded like in and out, that would probably be better, but the blinking transition made me think my game was glitching. And so far, I haven't had any crashes, which is awesome. And I like the little animation of the wheel here spinning, the little Vanguard circle spinning. So you have help, which brings up all of your help for the program and for actually card fighting and stuff with all the subcategories. There are also tutorials at the beginning for people who are new to the game. Go back. Cardfight Rules has a whole inclusive rule book on their website. Settings is where you adjust your settings. Right now I don't have it in full screen. I usually play on full screen, but with recording, kind of didn't want to. And I turned my background music and my sound effects down. But the background music is pleasant, and the sound effects are very satisfying. The clicks and the bloops and the bleeps are all... They're not annoying. They don't get on my nerves, so that's pretty great. And I have my quality set up to fantastic, and pretty good resolution. I have noticed some weird things happening when you have it full screened and you try to change the resolution. And that's one of the things that I'm going to put in my bug report. How it'll show black around the outside of the screen and just have the smaller screen in the center. So yeah, that's all of the tabs except for deck building and card fight. And I'm actually going to save those for their own separate videos. So everybody out there, this is the beta wave 3 of Cardfight Online, and it looks fantastic. And I hope everybody out there has a great day.